Hi, everyone. I'm Molly Knight Forde from the Awareness School, and I thought I would bring on yet another person who has done my Practical Awareness e-course. That's my live e-course that I do online for anyone anywhere in the world. 8 weeks, and you get all kinds of information modules, and then we have a live meeting with me. I also run a local class, and today I have with me Michele Trump. Thank you so much for coming on and sort of elucidating your experience and telling us about how the course was for you. And I'm grateful for you to be here today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. So shall I begin?
Absolutely. We just talk a little bit about your experience or what you want to tell somebody about this.
Okay. Well, as I was preparing for this interview, I was thinking a little bit about how I actually came to the course. And I was really in a challenging place in my life. And it was just a little over a year ago. And feeling really down, struggling with some depression and anxiety, and going through some pretty difficult family crisis. And this course showed up for me at the right time. And I knew that it was for me. And I wish I could remember exactly what that one thing was where I was like, yes, this is it. But it was one of those things where it all clicked into place for me. And I was ready and knew that this was the next step for me to take. Particularly because I have been for a good part of my life a habitual self-help personal growth addict. and it's very much a part of my professional life as well. So I've explored a lot of wellness avenues and meditation, and I haven't, up until this program, haven't ever found a meditation that really resonated with me or stuck, that I could really feel like I wanted to get out of the bed in the morning to do and really wanted to stick with. So the course really put it into place for me. And I really have found that it has helped me to go from feeling like I need to fix myself, which was a lot of what was happening when I was exploring self-help, to really being able to see some of the things that have been getting in the way of me feeling that I can really be myself, and to be more at peace within, and when I'm not at peace within, to be able to explore that without getting so upset with myself. And that is constant work also, because it's not that I'm free from that, but I feel like I have a toolbox now that really helps me to explore these things that have been sort of running my life for a very long time.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So part of this kind of work is that it does call to people. Like somehow, I don't know, I think you read a post or you saw something and got in touch with me, and you just knew. And so I want to let people know that you may be having that feeling, and follow it, because there's something in this teaching that calls to people. And it's right for you, and to listen to it, because we all wonder, why would we need to take a meditation course, or I can listen to a meditation tape or something like that. But because, each week there are more exercises to do that are, out in life. It's not like writing a paper or doing things in school. It is out in life experiences about how to have a staying power with your attention. So maybe you could tell us something that struck you about one of the homework things or one of the exercises, so people can get an idea, well, what is this course really? What's the content, or what is this thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one of the exercises that really sticks with me, and I continue to acknowledge even now is one of the assignments was about finding a cue, something that you see in your daily life, most likely multiple times throughout a day, that help to bring me back into the present. And for me, it was wind chimes. And so even now, if I'm walking around the neighborhood or sitting in my house and I hear the wind chimes outside, it's a way for me to remember to come back to myself, come back to the present moment, back into my body. And it really helps me to break up the pattern of getting really caught up in my thoughts, especially worries and fears. And so that's something that really had a profound effect on me. And what I really found valuable about the assignments is how they layered one on top of each other. There's a beautiful simplicity to them, and they're also challenging. Yeah. And so I really appreciate the way that they're doled out in a way that there's time to process and be with it and get a feel for what that's doing, instead of everything all at once and like, okay, here, do this way. So by the layering in, it helps to build sort of a muscle to be, and a foundation to really be able to explore some of the deeper work.
Yeah. I as I contemplated how to put it all together, there was a rhyme and reason to it about the skill set grows. And I do find that you could take this course and you could work on each weekly module for a whole month, if you wanted to. And you could, so it's not something that, you just do in 8 weeks. You can do it again. And people can take this course again, as if they've taken it once, then it's offered to you free every time it comes. So, there's a membership to the awareness school, and you are one of the ones who has, stayed on and taken advantage of the retreats and the things that we're doing, the private group and other endeavors that we're doing in the awareness school. So I want to let people know that that is also part of the package. It's the course. You take it over and over again if you want. You can revisit the material. You've got that material for life, because it will keep yielding. Just like that cue is still yielding for you, and as it does for everyone, because we really don't know how to wake up until we wake up and we realize, oh, I'm here and I'm aware of my awareness. And maybe lots of people think, well, so what? What is that? But when people realize their lives will start to change by this kind of presence, you start to have choice. And maybe you can say one little thing, talk about how your life has changed now since doing it.
One of the most significant things that stands out for me is I feel less reactive, and I'm able to sit with maybe some things that come up, some events, situations, and not feel like I need to react, make a decision right away, to respond in a way that has been more habitual in the past, that most of the time hasn't served me well. So with that, I feel that I'm feeling more aligned.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, that continues to unfold.
Yeah.
It's constant work, but
well, when we're aligned, everything in life is affected by that. I mean, I always just say this, it's an inside job, and then everything else falls in place. Like whatever's on the inside is what's getting manifested on the outside. So you just take a look at your life and say, okay, what do I see? How is my life? How are my relationships? How is my work? How do I feel in life? And this is not to actually, feel better and self-improve, as you said. You said it so eloquently. This is about how to understand ourselves and to accept ourselves. And with that, we're able to be with other people in a completely different way. So, yeah. So is there anything else, like, I think you've really said a lot, and I think it will help people. Is there anything like why you would recommend it? I think you've said that. I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else you might want to tell somebody about this?
Yeah, one thing that I think is really important to say also is that with this work, the community is such an important aspect to it, and has been so helpful for me to be able to go through this work and to share it with others that are also walking on the path. And our paths are different and might crisscross, but to be able to come together and witness each other and to hear that somebody else is maybe having a similar experience and I'm not crazy after all. And
yeah.
And that we're supporting each other. Absolutely. And to do the inner work is it's really challenging. So to have the community, it really has been such a gift to just to help with getting through it all and understanding and the compassion that comes with that too.
Yeah. Well said. That's a wrap. I mean, it's like that. When I started working in groups and realized, God, there's so much to the interaction and the support. I love having a group and being in a group and working with groups. So I really thank you for giving us your wisdom about all this and letting other people know, what there is, where the benefits are for taking it. I hope you'll all join us. There'll be a link to this video for you to be able to sign up. We have payment plans and to make it work for you. So I hope you'll join us. Thanks so much, Michele.
Thanks, Molly.